Alright, Barak for Yahweh, Barak for Yahushua, Barak for Yahweh, Barak for Yahushua, Barak for Yahweh, Barak for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makar Kodash. I want to say double honors to my apostles and my elders of Great Millstone True Well. I want to say salutations to the hopeful elect out there, man. You Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shimon, and this week's post-camp lesson is going to be going into a new heavens and a new earth. Now, contrary to Vocab Malone, which I believe he teaches that the Most High is going to create an actual new earth, I do believe that he does teach that the whole planet Earth is going to be destroyed or something to that effect. And he's not alone in thinking that. You know, when the scriptures speak about a new heaven and a new earth, people think it's going to be a brand new heaven. The word there, Kadash, actually means to be renewed. You know what I'm saying? Or to refresh. Just like in the Greek, how it's kainos. Have you ever been sick to the point that you feel like you're about to fucking die? Then you get treated, you're better, you feel brand new. That's what the nuclear missiles are going to do to the planet Earth. The scriptures tell you that's going to rock to and fro like a drunkard and completely change the geography of the Earth. I mean, you're going to see deserts as the brother was going into at camp, the only real desert that you're going to see in the planet Earth is here in America, all right? A lot of Sahara Desert, all that kind of stuff is going to be fruitful land again. It's going to be a completely different Earth, man. An Earth that we can't even picture, can't even fathom right now, because the Earth, when you read the book of Genesis, it tells you, after the sixth day, everything that was created, the power saw the work and it was good. So the world was created to be perfect. But the so-called white man has turned things upside down because he's wicked. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and it was given into the so-called white man's hand. All right, the word hand, yad, represents power, and the scriptures in Proverbs tells us for 4 things the earth is disquieted or shaken, and one of them is when a servant bears rule. Now, the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter, tells us that the older was created to serve the younger. Esau was created to serve Jacob. Now that the fact that you have, as it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, servant upon horses, or servants in power. In fact, when you go to the Natural History Museum, you see Theodore Roosevelt on a horse, and he has a so-called Negro on one side and a so-called Native American on the next. Now, that's why Solomon said, I've seen servant upon horses, because we, 2nd Ezra is the 6th chapter, around the 58th verse, the world was created for our sakes. This earth was created for the Israelites to bear rule in it. But yet, the heathens bear rule. All this is just the Most High's prophecy. But in the kingdom or the new heaven that's going to be created, the new earth and the new dominion and new rulership, we're going to be made to rule. Therefore, things are going to be perfect, because we're going to be governing our system under the law, statutes, and commandments. Right now, the world is being governed on all different types of man-made fucking laws. Here it is, the law on murder. It's clear, it's cut and dry. According to the Bible, you commit murder, you're supposed to be put to death for the blood that you shed. But here in America, you have 1st degree, 2nd degree manslaughter, all types of things. And we did have a form of manslaughter, all right, in the form of a city of refuge, in terms of if you kill somebody, for instance, the metal piece of the axe flying off and killing somebody, you could go to a city of refuge, just in case the family wanted to chop your fucking head off in the heat of the moment because of their fury. You go to the city of refuge and then things could be debated amongst the elders. Remember, you need 2 or 3 witnesses for these things. So the system that was governed, the Bible that was left to govern us, is perfect. There's no amendments and this, amendment this and that. Everything in terms of governing society is in the Bible. If you do that, then everything will be flourishing, man. The planet Earth. Matter of fact, the book of 2 Kings, the 17th chapter, tells you that. When the Syrians used to do something called, relocate and deportation and relocation, to call them revolts. So King Hoshea, the last king of the northern kingdom of Israel, revolted. We were deported, and heathens were imported in the land. But they they had to leave priests, because when you don't keep the law, statute, commandments, all types of evils befall you. And the same thing could be said for the whole planet Earth, man. If you was to keep a land Sabbath, if you was to, you know what I'm saying, not kill every fucking single animal you see, there'll be a lot more life, there'll be a lot more fruitfulness in the planet Earth, all right? But now that's done away with, man. You know? That's done away with. Because the so-called white man is ruling, and they're not governed by the law, statutes, and commandments. You know? They're doing all manners of bullshit. But the book of Revelations, the 21st chapter, verse 1 on down to 5 pretty much speaks about a new Jerusalem coming down. That's talking about the elect coming down, man, not an actual landmass, because people actually think that too. It's not a landmass that's going to be coming down, man. It's going to be, well, the scriptures tell you that, what? We're people before we're a place, man. You know? And the scriptures tell you that the kingdom of heaven dwells within you. So that new Jerusalem that's going to be coming down is going to be the Israelites ruling. You know? And then this devil coming out of his rulership. Then as the scripture says, the people shall rejoice. Everybody shall rejoice. Because when the wicked bear rule, that's when everybody mourns. But when the righteous bear rule, everybody rejoices, man. That was a quick one. Alright, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, the blindness of the apostles, and the elders of great millstone true well, and salutations to the hopeful elect out there. You Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.